Good morning and welcome to Monday's edition of the Bubba Show. Welcome everybody and a happy Veterans Day to all of my veterans out there. Just want to salute you and tell you how much we appreciate what you've done for this country. It's all great. It's what allows us to do some of the things we like to do. So thank you so much, and my sincere appreciation goes out to you. So as we always do on Monday, we do a little bit of a recap and a preview. And as we look at last week, you know, we talked about the election and how the election would have an effect on the market. And last Tuesday, we had a major rally, and the rally was not on who was going to win, but that there was going to be a winner. Okay, the market itself always likes clarity. So it doesn't matter who. The question is that it was going to happen, it was going to be automatic. And that's exactly what happened. We got a victor. They were able to name a president, and that allowed the market to have a spike rally. Now, interestingly enough, we rallied right up into what we would look at as a major resistance level, which was 1430, which I have been writing about and calling for a sell-off from that 1430 level also after the election. Now, this is something that we take in and we look and we go, okay, so that's our level. So now, as I've been looking for and saying that I'm looking for the market to come down to about that 1375 S&P level, which is right about where we closed on Friday. The market is now starting to pick up some extreme volatility, which is good. We're starting to move back and forth and fly around. Those are all, for traders, for us, those are all good signs for the market. Forget about direction for the moment, but the volatility is something that we look for and we want to be a part of. It makes for us, it gives us better opportunity. Now, a couple of things to take note of. Apple, it's in its own personal bear market. It's down over 23% from its high. That is considered bear market territory. Now, is it going to crumble from here? I don't know. We'll look for a level. Right now, we're not a buyer. Right now in the market, going forward, okay, we want to look for good opportunities to sell. We want to look to take off our long positions with stops. We don't want to liquidate. We're not going to be in the camp of where we're going to fear and sell everything. Okay. We're also going to look for positions that we can still buy along. We're going to follow the footprints and trade the levels of the market. But the market in general, the overall sign says that we are in some selling pressure and we are looking for resistance levels to sell. Now, the interesting part we have coming here is we're also coming into what we call actually usually the most bullish quarter of the year, which is the fourth quarter, the Santa Claus rally. So I expect to see some very sharp rallies, and I actually would expect to see, if I were going to predict, I would expect to see the market close higher at the end of the year than it is right now. It doesn't mean that we can't go down 4 or 5% from here and come back with a big rally. As we know, as the market starts to turn, when extreme volatility starts to show, the moves are much bigger. So don't be surprised if you see 100 or 200 point moves back and forth throughout the next couple of weeks. It's very common in a market to start to pick up volatility. And even in the 2008 debacle, the market still had some big rallies through the fourth quarter. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for resistance spots to sell. You can see how the commodity markets have struggled. We are basically in what we call a risk-off scenario now, where money is going into dividend stocks, back into bonds, which God knows why. I mean, there's no yield there. But we are seeing cash come off the table and go into fixed income types of products. But what we're going to watch for is we're going to watch for the volatility. We're going to continue to trade and follow the levels that we're looking for. We're going to make sure that we use patience, cautions, and discipline so that we can put ourselves in the best mathematical position in high probability trades. So when we want to look for this, we just want to look for spots to take advantage of what we consider now some selling pressure. We have now come down and are now in a near-term downtrend. That's what we're going to look for. We've got a lot of news this week, which we'll talk about. A lot of things that can drive the market, and we're also coming up into some holidays now. So we're going to see how the trade starts to get affected. Bubba's Picks, another good week. Solid. Remember, the Bubba Show, Monday. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.